Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the VToys Robin. I believe this is a collaboration piece. I will have to double check the box, but I'll add it in the title if I remember it properly. Yeah, I love the VToys blank body, so I was put on to 6" Plus. The 6" Plus actually put me on, to the Robin. And boy, was I excited that they let me sit down and review a copy from VToys. So shout out to 6" Plus for that. For real, thank you, because otherwise I would have totally missed out on this piece. Dude, I gotta say, this is an excellent piece of engineering and tooling, and I was a fan of Cyberpunk stuff and Cyberpunk the game, so this is no different. Like, this thing is dope. So let's get started jumping in, talking about it. It's crazy too, right? Because you actually get a few options here that actually, it makes things look a little bit crazy. Like, in my opinion, it's wild how it worked out. I'm trying to find the words, because you have the VToys blank body. Obviously, you're adding your cyberpunk elements, but the amount of articulation and detail that still go into this make this look dope. I think the only one of the few downsides I was gonna have was like, oh, the arms are a little stiff, but it actually holds up really, really well. It looks really solid. It actually does come with an extra neck joint should you want to extend that neck a little further as well, just like the blank body. But yeah, I'm not even talking about the articulation as I sit down and play with it. I'm having such a good time. Like, this piece is just, it's beautiful. Would I call it a masterpiece? No. But it is 100% beautiful, and it does have a ton of accessories. So let me actually backtrack for a second, stand him back up, and then let's talk about the articulation. Because when we get into the accessories, there's going to be a lot to talk about. So as you can see, this guy can stand up beautifully with no issues. He can look at you really cool. I really like the face sculpt that they chose for this. It's like a cyberpunk Bruce Wayne. I really think that's the vibe that they were going for, right? Articulation wise, we have our nice circular joint here. We can lift our arms up. We do have a bicep swivel, and we are double jointed. You actually get an excellent ball joint as well too. Sit down and tuck that out. Right? You have your excellent ab crunch going forwards. You have crunch reverse in that direction that goes backwards. And you can shift to the side. As far as our head articulation goes, as you can see here, I don't think any of that is going to be a problem, as the neck peg moves really, really well. So he can actually defend himself and look really cool doing it. This is just one really cool pose, just right out the gate as we get through articulation. Our legs can go outward, but because of the pants design, you will not get a lot of articulation going outward. So don't think about doing it, or you will rip your pants, like me having a bad day at church. So we do get a nice knee bend. Keep in mind that the bend is actually really tough and strong. Like, those joints are really tough there. So just keep that in mind. So as you can see, we're still folding them up in some really nice articulation movement. We have our boot swivel. And as you can see, my pants leg started to come up here. So I don't know if that is an error on my end for doing too much, or actually it's the VToys design. And the reason why I'm thinking about that is because we can actually remove our boots. I remember them talking about that. But that may be one thing that I'm not noticing. As you can see, the pants leg will begin to pull up. So you have to keep that in mind and don't pull too far. You can't get too crazy articulated. Don't be like me, kids. Don't mess up. But you do get that. And as far as our boot articulation, you get to tuck in, you get to tuck outward, you can go backwards just a little bit, and forward a lot actually, but you can't really go backwards, but you can go forwards, which is pretty good. Wish you can go backwards a little bit, but you know, hey, maybe they'll get it right for the second one, maybe they'll make adjustments. And what's crazy is, like I said, I really like the VToy stuff, so I was really looking forward to this. Like, this has been dope. And we didn't even get into any of the accessories yet. Now that's where it actually gets pretty crazy, because you actually get a lot of different designs that will allow you to have variation. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's tough to, I don't know, it's tough to say it without showing you. So let's get to it, and let's take our time just talking about it. So one of the things you get is you actually get this really cool drone. You will get a drone. You can have the movement of the launcher move up. You can swivel a little up and down here. You can shift left and right, and it has working wheels, so it actually does go vroom vroom for you. You know, this actually looks really good. It's the Mark IV Military Drone Assistance. So this will be your military drone. It actually has a really nice look to it. So even if I put it here and have Homie Cat look at it, you'll be fine, right? Then one of the really cool things, getting back to the body wise, you'll get a jacket, right? You get your GCPD jacket. Sorry, I don't know why I was tongue tied. The jacket is a nice thin material. I'm pretty sure you can pop it on by just taking the hands off and going over the sleeves. So let's try to do that right now. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to talk about his fit. My man got drip for Cyberpunk, I'm not gonna lie, but it's really gonna be about the way you set up your variations. You know what I mean? Like with all clothing in any video game or just like real life, how you rock it is really gonna be, you know, what matters. Like if you're doing it right. So our jacket got stuffed up there. Let's fix it. And I want to see how he's gonna move in his jacket, because I actually haven't put the jacket on until I did this video, because I wanted to see how your man's is going to work it out with his articulation. So the jacket doesn't zip up, it is always opened. We're going to pop our hands back on. And articulation wise, I think we're just going to get a little stiff, because what happens is you're not going to be able to do the arm all the way up. Like you can go out. Oop, I realized I was zoomed in, y'all. Sorry. Damn, I got too into it. So articulation wise, I do believe we're going to be able to get outward, but we're not going to be able to go arm all the way up status. I just don't think that's going to be really possible, because like all jackets, they're going to limit that articulation in that room. So we're just going to have a nice look for him, but you won't be able to get crazy. Will you be able to go forward though? Let's look. If we wanted to do a shooting pose, yeah, so we can get our arm up. But will there be any restrictions to that? Nope. You can get your arm up with no problem, or while still having another arm up. So yeah, our jacket looks a little bit tight because of our muscular design, but I think that's obviously what they were aiming for, right? So on to our next thing, which I like talking about, because the jacket is thin. You can have this, and this is magnetized, so this actually attaches onto the jacket. So you can do it with the back on normal, or just here. It's gonna be a big nice magnet on here. This is pretty dope. I didn't think this would work out, but it did. That just fits right on. You will also get some customization gear. So you will get a shoulder pad for your right hand side, or you can put it on your left, depending on what you want to do. Same for this one. This one is a shorter pad. On the box art, this is seen on the left shoulder and not on the right. And you could put these on literally by just, because it's like a scrunchie like fabric. Oh wait, I got it upside down. So you can just lift up, and it's usually seen with him on his jacket. So yeah, it's bunching up on mine, but that's probably because, as usual, when I get on camera, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. It doesn't seem as smoothless on camera, right? I would probably attach these on him when he's not have his jacket on, but that's just me. But it does look good. It really does. It's almost like you get the full Cyberpunk look, especially from the video game look, right? Sorry about that focus. I lost it for a second. You'll also get a holster, and this was going to be for the leg. The holster will holster a knife. Let's move him out of the way. There we go. Let's pop this in the holster, see how it looks. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I will attach this to the leg later, because now we're going to talk about our sidearm. So this is your smaller weapon, which actually looks pretty big. Didn't expect that at all. This looks pretty nice. Here is your larger weapon. This is where it looks really cool. I don't even know what this is called. I guess this would be a modified futuristic weapon, but it looks like there's some sort of fusion blaster. But my friend Jake used to tell me about this weapon. I think it's called the P90. That's based on the handle design. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to remember what my friends would tell me and pay more attention. But I believe this is a fusion blaster with some P90 like handle. It says PG01 PVTS systems. So yeah. You will also get 2 small grenades. And as far as our hands go, you will get 2 open action hands. Itchy goes here, sorry about that. You will get a relaxed hand for your left hand side. You will get a weapons holding hand for both left and right. Oh wait, and you do get 1 more relaxed hand. So it is even count. As you will get more relaxed hands. So you have an even amount on each side. I believe this one is going to be the 1 hand. Nope, you get more of extra. Sorry I'm all over the place, but I'm super excited to try to get to this because this is something very different. So I do apologize for my excitement. One more thing you get that I actually really liked is going to be this double blade. So this is the handle for it. And it's very similar to Thanos' weapon. I'm going to make it, hopefully, the even side. But you can obviously swap it to make it seem as if it's double-bladed alternating sides. I made it the same side. And your trigger holding hand also can hold this. As you can see here. This is actually pretty nice. Last but not least, one of the coolest things, if not the coolest thing on him, that really adds that element to what we already have with him, is that there is a mask. And the mask here actually clips on to what feels like it's magnetized, but I could be wrong, but it just clips on so very nicely. And actually, oop. Well, I didn't expect that because normally it clipped on. And here I am lying to y'all. But normally it does clip on very well. Trying to figure out what went wrong. So let's see what happens. Normally I put it on and it just clips on. Oh. There was sleeve and there was a collar in the way. But yeah, now that it's on, you can clearly see it. And my first fumble was my own fault. So yeah, this actually looks really cool. And this is what makes this VToy Robin really, really nice. This is something I clearly did not expect to be, I expected it to be good, but this is really good. And if you got the original VToys blank body, and you were thinking about Robin, I gotta honestly say I can recommend it just off of the cool factor alone. Not just because I'm really into it, but this is definitely a cool toy. And I really hope they do the rest of them. And I hope this does do really well because this is dope. Especially because you can customize it to God knows how many different ways. You can have a really excellent time doing that. So without further ado though, let's jump into the size comparison so we can get some fun added on. So let's get to it, guys. Hey guys, now we're going to get into size comparison. First things first, let's compare him to the VToys blank body. And as you can see, due to his boots, he's a little bit taller. The VToys blank body is there. Yeah, it's really actually nice. You can see how they would stack up next to each other. He actually looks a little bit taller because your main man had his whole abs tucked in. So yeah, as you can see, just a tad bit taller. But yeah, it's a good look, y'all. It is. And I really like what these are doing. I need to get a couple more so I can start making customs. And now we can compare to some other lines. So, for the first part, let's do some Mezco. So here he is, next to a Mezco 112 Gomez style body with a custom me head sculpt, right? Here is 1000 Toys Dante, in case you want to compare some 1000 Toys to it. A little bit smaller. Here is a Mythic Legions 1.0 body. And then we have a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. So yeah. We have a lot of lights options, and him being a little bigger doesn't really bother me, especially because if he's going to be super articulated or try to do something crazy cool, it doesn't matter in an action shot. But if you want to compare it to some other stuff, because it's Cyberpunk, I think you can kind of mix in a bunch of stuff and have a little fun with it. Here is also a NECA Predator, in case you want to do Cyberpunk versus Predator stuff. Looks really cool, right? So let's take all these guys away, move on to the next batch. Alright, now you have an articulated icons ninja. Right? These guys are going to be much smaller, but if you use them in a crowd, I think you can even it out, make it look really cool. Right? Here is a Hasbro Lightning Collection Lost Galaxy Red Ranger. Here is a Cobra Trooper, also from Hasbro. And I think the last thing we're going to do is our main man, Kamen Rider Kuga. Actually, no, that's not true. Let's throw in Mando, so we can see how tall Mando is. And I think VToys actually works well with the Samurai Maisho line. So let's get him a little better size comparison wise. Yeah, he might work pretty well in the Maisho line. So yeah. Overall, this has been fun. It's been really enjoyable. Again, sorry for the mistakes. I got a little too excited in the review because, you know, it was my first impression. But thank you for enjoying. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Say all the nice stuff in the comment section. Be nice to other people. And as always, guys, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.